Okay, today we are on lesson 14, which is called multiples of 10,000 and 100,000. Our learning target, let's explore multiples of 1,000, 10,000, and 100,000, and how other numbers relate to them. Okay, so we are going to start today by doing a choral count, which means, stop working ahead, put your pencil down, thank you, which means we are going to count out loud together like the chorus in a choir, okay? So first of all, we are going to count by 1,000, but we're going to start at 85,000. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
85,000,
86,000, 87,000, 88,000, 89,000, 90,000, 91,000, 92,000, 93,000, 94,000, 95,000.
All right, we're going to stop there. It doesn't really tell me how far I'm supposed to go. Okay. Oh, I'll wait till we're quiet. Now we are going to count by 10,000, starting at 80,000. Are you ready? 80,000,
90,000,
100,000, 10,000, 120,000, 130,000, 140,000, 150,000, 160,000, 170,000, 180,000, 190,000, 200,000. Good job. All right. Now we're going to count by 100,000, starting at 0. How high are we going? All right. 0, 100,000,
200,000,
300,000,
400,000.
Stop. Good job. Oh, it said to stop at 400,000, so we're stopping at 400,000. Okay, now that we have warmed up with our choral count, you think I'm saying your name. All right. Okay, we are going to synthesize our warm-up, apparently. So the first set of numbers shows multiples of 1,000. So what this means is when we counted by thousands, they are all multiples of 1,000. Do you guys remember talking about how multiples are count bys?
Yes.
Yes.
Your hair is like sticking out like crazy.
Oh, well, I did that on purpose.
It's like staticky.
It's because I leaned against the chair. Maybe I wanted it like that, okay?
It was like, that's what I want.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the second set of numbers we counted by were multiples of 10,000. And the third set shows multiples of 100,000. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great. How do we know that 85,000 is a multiple of 1,000? Turn and talk with your neighbor. And end your conversations. Raise your hand to share. I heard like everybody say the same answer, so I know more of you know this. Brayden.
It's because you can multiply 85 by 1.
Okay. So if I was counting by 1,000, would I say 85,000?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and like what Braden said, you could take 85 times 1,000 and we would get 85,000. How do we know 90,000 is a multiple of 10,000? Right here.
10 times 9 would equal 90.
Okay.
And then you would just have 3 zeros.
Okay, that's how I would multiply and get it. A multiple is a count by. Kate.
If you count by 10,000 to 90,000,
If I count, yeah, I would count 9 times. But if I counted by 10,000, I would say 90,000. So therefore, 90,000 is a multiple of 10,000. Can a multiple of 1,000 also be a multiple of 10,000? Are these questions in your book?
No.
No. Just tell me. Can a multiple of 1,000 also be a multiple of 10,000? Aaron.
yes, because you can still count by 1,000 to get to 10,000. You just have to count by 1,000.
So if I count by 1,000, I would say 10,000. If I count by 10,000, I would say 10,000. If I'm looking at multiples of 10,000. Yeah. Can a multiple of 10,000 also be a multiple of 100,000? Hadley.
Yes.
Yes. How do you know?
Because if you like do 1,000, or you could also do 10,000, and then count by
So if I count by 10,000, I will say 100,000 eventually, right? Okay, good. Can a multiple of 100,000 also be a multiple of 1,000? What do you think, Jace?
No.
Okay. What do you think, Hadley?
Yes.
Yes. Jace says no. Hadley says yes. Braden, what do you say?
I say yes.
Yes. Raise your hand and say yes. I'm not saying any that they're right. Raise your hand and say no. Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. Who would like to explain? It could be for either side. Okay. Maya, what do you think?
So, the reason that a multiple of 100,000 is can still be a multiple of 1,000 is because if you multiply it by 1, that can get to any number. So,
Okay. Okay. Hadley?
I say yes because you can also 1,000 is a multiple of 100,000, so you can count by 1,000s and you get 100 and
Yes.
Actually, I realized that you can't because you can't get to 1,000 by 100,000.
No, you're thinking backwards. So, can I count by 1,000
Yes.
and say 100,000?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute, Braden. Now I'm thinking.
No, you can't get to 1,000
Why
if
is
you
this
count by
confusing me?
100,000.
It says, can a multiple of 100,000 also be a multiple of 100,000?
Oh, yeah. No, we're thinking backwards. Stop thinking backwards. Yes, the answer is yes. Sorry, Braden, you had me thinking. So basically what they're saying is if I count by 100,000, can I get to 100,000?
Yeah.
If I count by 1,000, can I get to 100,000?
Yes.
What Braden was thinking, what I was thinking was, if I count by 100,000, will I say 1,000? No. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying a multiple of 100,000.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Multiples are count bys. That's really what you need to remember. When you count by a number, you're saying multiples. Okay? Okay. Let's look at Activity 1. What page are we on?
62.
62. Okay, so make sure you're on 62. So here's what you are going to do. There are number lines all around the room. Actually, let me take a look at Brooke's book.
1, 2.
Okay. Oh, this is the launch. I'm ready to just start. Okay, well, we'll do the launch. All right. Guys, you can glance around the room. There are 7 number lines. And you can't see them from where we're sitting, so I think I'm going to go to the next slide.
This is our activity.
Oh, I was looking at page. Okay. Doesn't take much to confuse me. All right. So, do you guys see how there are rows of numbers?
Yes.
Okay. So, I am going to assign you a row of numbers. So, and they go across. A row goes across. So, this would be a...
Row.
Do you guys see that? Okay.
So ABC.
A, B, C, D, or E. There are 7 number lines. And guys, here's one. I put one on the window. There's one on my desk on the gray parts. Please do not push my desk when you're over there. There's one on the whiteboard right there. There's one under the Friday folders. Where else? There's one by the bathroom board. And there's one on the door.
That's all 7.
Is that 7?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
1, 2,
All right.
3.
You are going to be working. I'm going to let you just work with a partner. I will tell you who your partner is in a minute. You are going to decide on which number line each number should go. I'm not giving you a dot sticker. I'm giving you a sticky note. Do you guys know where the sticky notes are?
Yes. Yes.
They're in that bottom drawer.
On the.
Yeah, Chase.
Oh, I was going to say yes.
Okay, so each group will need 4 sticky notes. Do you see how there's 4 numbers in each row?
Yeah.
You're going to write the number on the sticky note. And then you're going to stick the sticky note where it goes on the number line that you choose. So you're going to decide which of those number lines makes the best sense. I'm guessing they are all partitioned differently. So you've got to look at what they count by, right? After you do that, you're going to do number 2. You're going to find the number line that represents 0 to 100,000 and has 2 points on it. 2 sticky notes, right? You're going to name 2 multiples of 10,000 that are closest to each point. And of the 2 multiples of 10,000 you named, you're going to decide which one is nearest to each point. Okay? When you finish activity 1, I wonder if we can do activity 2. I think you could work with your partner and do activity 2. Here, I'm going to tell you who. Name the multiple of 10,000 that is nearest to each number. Yes, I totally think you could do activity 2 when you're done with activity 1. No, there's only 2 today. Okay? The problems I'm seeing is we need to make sure that we all have sticky notes. We do not each need an entire pad of sticky notes. You only need how many?
7.
4.
There's 7 number lines, but you have how many numbers?
Oh, yeah.
4. Okay. We're going to go do that. Okay. We are going to go over a couple of things. So, the first thing, I think most of you got this, but we're going to quickly go over it. We're going to look at activity 1, number 2. Number 2 says, look at the number line that represents 0 to 100,000 and has 2 points on it. So the first thing you had to do was make sure you were looking at the right number line, right? Once we figured that out, it was actually pretty easy. So this point and this point was labeled on there. 42,326. And then it was what? 99,982. Okay, those were the 2 points. Question A says name 2 multiples of 10,000 that are closest to each point. In other words, they're saying round this number to the nearest 10,000 and round this number to the nearest 10,000. That's really what they were saying, you guys. So if I look at 42,326, I'm thinking, and you guys had a nice number line to look at, is it closer to 40,000 or is it closer to 50,000? What is it, everybody?
40,000.
Okay, so your first answer should have been 40,000. Then if we look at 99,982, I would say is it closer to 90,000 or 100,000? Say your answer.
100,000.
Very good. Okay. Question B was not as hard as it looks. It says, of the 2 multiples of 10,000 you named, which one is the nearest to each point? So, basically they're saying, is this one closer to each other, or is this one closer to each other? So raise your hand. Which set of numbers is closest to each other? Bella. So you could have written 100,000 or you could have written 99,982. This is very, very close to 100,000. It is what, 18 away?
Yeah.
Okay. This one, it's about 2,326 away. Okay. So the correct answer would have been, and I think I told you to name the point when I was talking to kids, but you could have named the multiple also. So 99,982 or 100,000 would be correct. Okay, questions about that part? I think once we got in there, we figured it out. All right, so we were synthesizing as we walked around and we were talking to Mrs. McElroy. Activity 2. We're just going to do a couple to make sure that we know what we're doing. So you had some numbers and you had to name the nearest multiple of 10,000. Raise your hand. 100,025. What is the nearest multiple of 10,000? Kara.
100,000.
It would be 100,000. 128,201. What is the nearest multiple of 10,000? Hadley.
130.
130,000. 140,261. What's your nearest multiple, Quinn?
140.
Just 140 or 140,000?
140,000.
Good job. I knew that's what you meant. Okay. 158,002. What's its nearest multiple? Mason?
160,000.
You are correct. 194,030. What's the nearest multiple? Okay, Brooke.
190,000.
Yep, it'd be closest to 190,000. Okay, then you had to, and I know it doesn't say it on my slide. Well, we had to name that multiple, right? But question 3 was talking about the nearest multiple of 100,000. So, first column was nearest multiple of 10,000. The second column was the nearest multiple of 100,000. So 100,025, is it closer to 100,000 or 200,000? Chase.
100,000.
100,000, does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Well, it's only 25 away, so yes, you are correct. 128,201, what's it closest to, Aaron?
It is closest to 100,000.
100,000, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you are correct. 140,261. What is it closest to, Gage?
100,000.
100,000. If you don't have these answers, make sure you're writing them now. Looks like most of us got them. All right. 158,002. Madeline.
200,000.
You are correct. Poor Madeline. I glanced at her book and I thought she had 100,000 for all of them. I didn't look very closely, did I? I was like, no, you're not done. Oh, no, wait, you are. And you're correct. Okay, 194,030. Riker.
200,000.
That's closest to 200,000. Okay. We're running short on time. That is our lesson synthesis, okay? And activity. Your cool down is almost the same. It's just different numbers. We'll see how far we get. We only have like 10 minutes, okay? Because we have Friday folders. Go do your cool down. When you're done, read. Turn it into your homework hotspot. That is the end of lesson 14. Goodbye.